The South Bend Youth Symphony was founded in 1968 as a joint venture between Rocco Germano and Kenneth Geoffroy, both of whom were affiliated with the Fine Arts Department of the South Bend Schools, as well as Robert Demaree, who was Dean of IUSB School of the Arts. At that time, the schools taught music in a way that kept wind and string instruments separate, and they gave separate instruction to both groups. And so part of the mission of the Youth Symphony was to give these students an opportunity to join forces and to play together. We are so grateful to the South Bend schools for the role that they played in the Youth Symphony's founding. In a similar way, we're also very grateful to IUSB, which has been our home since we were founded in 1968. When the Youth Symphony was founded in 1968, it was one orchestra, and in the late 90s, it split into what we are right now, which is two separate ensembles. Our concert orchestra is our intermediate level ensemble, typically for students ages 10 to 14, led by Emily Grondin. Our symphony orchestra program is led by our music director and conductor, Robert Boardman. It is a more advanced ensemble, typically for high school age students, and it performs a really exciting combination of the gems of the classical repertoire and also contemporary music.
Conducting the South Bend Youth Symphony is the most unexpected joy of my adult life. I try to select music that I feel will resonate with students at this time in their life. Certainly some of the highlights that we've had are the film music that we've been performing. Because of my relationship with Howard Shore, we've been able to perform the Lord of the Rings Symphony. This is the first youth orchestra in the world to be able to perform the original film music.
Well, when we played the last note of the last crescendo, the audience was in stunned silence. Boardman smiled at us as if to say, "Yeah, we done it."
We've commissioned composers to write for the orchestra. John Griffith, who's an alumni, Jorge Muniz, who's on the faculty at IUSB, and Tom Limbert, who is also on the faculty at IUSB. And we've been able to give world premiere pieces, which is an exceptional thing for a youth orchestra to do. Not many youth orchestras do that.
In addition to our regular weekly orchestra rehearsals, each of our orchestras is broken down into instrument sections, and it's an experience called a sectional, which takes place during the first hour of each rehearsal. And while they're broken up into their instrument groups, they have the opportunity to work very closely with a mentor who's a professional musician, in most cases a member of the South Bend Symphony, who can help students specifically on their individual orchestra part. It's a great opportunity to learn to listen to other members of the section and to be able to hear the music in a different way, to know how their section's part fits into the full orchestra.
We've been really fortunate in the last few years to give some high-level master classes with professional musicians from the Detroit Symphony Orchestra and also from the University of Michigan with Matt Albert, Kenneth Tompkins, Caroline Code, R.A. Lipsky. We've also had the opportunity to collaborate with soloist Tim McAllister, who won the Grammy Award in 2015 for Best Orchestral Performance. We performed with Third Coast Percussion. They also won a Grammy Award. We performed with Axiom Brass Quintet and Rachel Patrick. We've had the opportunity to collaborate with a lot of high-level soloists. They will have this special experience, and they will be able to look back on it and remember it fondly, and it will help them when they go out into the world, because whether they go to music school or whether they become doctors or lawyers or accountants or whatever it is, they'll have a sense of the artistic landscape and their capacity for self-expression and the ability to relate to other people.
Colleges are very much interested in students that are in a youth symphony program because they do demonstrate discipline, commitment, the dedication. Colleges have recognized that students coming through the youth symphony program are the kind of students that they want in their schools.
He actually is going on to be a music major, and he received a full tuition ride, 5 years to Andrews University, where he's going to be a music major. And so I think that his being in this orchestra has been a pivotal role in his making that decision too.
So in addition to our sectional program and our masterclass program, the Youth Symphony also has a chamber music program. Those who do are put into small music ensembles, trios and quartets typically, and each ensemble is coached 8 times by a professional musician, and they work together on ensemble playing and listening, and ultimately each of our chamber groups plays in a recital in the beautiful Joshi Performance Hall at IUSB. So much of what we've been able to do in the last 5 years especially as a result of the Georgina Joshi Endowment for the South Bend Youth Symphony, which was established in 2015. The Youth Symphony never had an endowment until our endowment was created as part of Give Local St. Joe County Day in 2015. As a result of the endowment, we have been able to expand our programming opportunities to perform more ambitious works. We have formed the Georgina Joshi Performance Travel Fund. The Joshi Fund has also given us the opportunity to expand the scholarship support that we offer to our students. None of these things would be possible without the support of Yatish and Joan Joshi. We are so grateful for their generosity and for their vision in creating this endowment. Today's gala concert is our opportunity to celebrate 50 years of the South Bend Youth Symphony.
We have 35 alumni coming back to play on the concert. Some of them are in college, some have already graduated college, some of them are music majors, and that's going to be a really special experience to have that many people on stage with the existing orchestra.
That was probably one of the best experiences I ever had, because not only were you playing with your friends, you got to perform with kids from other schools.
I really enjoyed Mr. Germano, and he just had a unique way. You know, we played it on the TV station, WSBT. That was fun.
I really enjoyed a lot of the music that we played. It was very, very challenging. He really expected a lot out of us, and I think that it really helped me grow and everybody else grow as musicians.
We are so fortunate to be joined today by Robert Spano, who is music director of the Atlanta Symphony and is our most distinguished South Bend Youth Symphony alum. He played in the South Bend Youth Symphony in the mid-1970s, as well as Austin Huntington, who is now serving as principal cellist of the Indianapolis Symphony and is also an alumnus of the South Bend Youth Symphony.
Well, when Robert Boardman asked me to come back to do this, I got very excited to visit. Being here is really great, just to see how the institution is thriving and how talented the students are. And I think the whole experience of playing in an orchestra at that age is something that's irreplaceable. There's just something you learn, not just musically, but personally and humanly and interpersonally, that's incredibly valuable.
When I was in the Youth Symphony, it was doing very well. I had a lot of incredible experiences, but seeing where the Youth Symphony is now, it's an entirely different orchestra, like an entirely different caliber. All the people on stage absolutely deserve to be there. It's an absolute pleasure to work with them, and anything that I can do to help push them along their musical journey, I am just thrilled to do.
It's an opportunity for me to play with the orchestra again. Like, it brings back a lot of memories. I get to see my previous friends who are now alumni in the orchestra.
I'll be on the stage performing with the kids. They're kids, but they're we're all musicians. It's not like we're any different from each other. I think the Youth Symphony experience was probably one of the best things I ever did.
So congratulations on 50 years, and here's to 50 more and many more.